As a black trans woman, you and I do not get to have that same experience. There are
You
more
went to the White House.
Once again, forgive me, I had to keep, every time I find a video of this damn thing, I'm going to stitch it and TikTok it and whatever things, because I just don't feel like this whole conversation was right. I feel like they set my sister Blossom up. I said like this was a ploy to bolster Blair White and her damn transphobic agenda. And here's why. Once again, I gotta go back to looks and passability and presentations and this, that, and the third, because goddamn it, being a black trans woman, all of that shit is important. It is. It fucking is. And what pissed me off about this whole thing is, out of the trans women on the panel, there were two that was really, passable in the binary. There was one older one that looks like she's trying to get there. And one day I think she will. She gives very old white fish right now. It's just, if she would do her makeup in a different way or whatever, I think she would give a different thing. But that's neither here nor there. That's not the point of why I did this damn TikTok. The point is that Blossom was a very passable, presentable trans woman. Blair was an extremely passable, presentable trans woman, right? And I feel like on the Blair White side, the conservative side, they had other trans people that were in the binary that it made sense. When you just look at them, when you listen to the way they speak, it made sense. Not to us in the community who have a different level of education, who have a different level of understanding. I'm talking about to the everyday basic person who they're not trans, they don't understand a transition, so they watch these type of things to get an understanding. And my issue is that Blossom was the only black person on the panel. So Blossom was coming to these conversations from a completely different universe than the other people on the panel, right? And it just was not fair, because Blossom was talking about issues that these white people just have no complete understanding because they are not black. Even the liberal ones were leaving my sister Blossom out to dry because they had no understanding of the conversations that Blossom was trying to have because they are not black. So, once again, Jubilee, I feel like this conversation was a setup to the black trans woman. I feel like it was very disrespectful to the entire black trans community and to the entire black trans experience, because it was so overlooked and it was so disregarded by all of the privilege that all of the other members of the panel had, that they couldn't even see the blatant racism that Blair White was throwing at Blossom. But because Blair White is smart enough not to say certain trigger words and certain dog whistles, she just was behaving in a way that was belittling to Blossom. Blair White's whole issue was with the GNC person who was white, but she was not giving the white GNC person the same kind of heat, the same kind of energy that she was giving Blossom, who was black. Watch the full thing, y'all. Watch the full thing. Because this shit really has me heated, because I feel like they left Blossom out there to be the angry black trans woman, and they let Blair and her conservative crew really walk over her, because they did not give Blossom a group of panelists that had the knowledge, that had the wherewithal to even be on this damn conversation. They were just white trans people.